Howdy and aloha, everyone. It is December the 9th, 2023. And I can't believe what happened. That's my appeal upon Twitter won. I sent them a really nice, somewhat thought out, a little bit detailed appeal letter to whom it may concern, Twitter, Elon Musk, whoever. I don't know if I can bring that up right now. Let me see how I'll bring that up. Bring up the letter. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I have a copy of it. So, it's, and that has to do with my my account, which is, let's go to the so X brought me back. Okay, X brought me back. They said, that was my second appeal too. The first one was kind of just, what's going on? I don't understand what happened. I think what I said was just common knowledge. But I'm very happy that happened, because this Twitter account is pretty old, almost got 1,000 subscribers or likers or followers on it on Twitter. And hello, our support team has reviewed your account, and it appears we made an error. We've determined there was no violation and have restored your account to full functionality. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate you taking the time to submit your appeal request to us. Now, that's fucking cool. That doesn't happen on YouTube. And good luck with doing that on Facebook once they remove you. YouTube really, I don't understand these people. I mean, I'm on my 8th channel now. I'm on my 7th channel has a week probation for my second violation, or first, or whatever. I'm not even sure. I don't even count anymore. But this is very professional, because when I wrote them, I clearly, indicated, and I'll read it to you, because I was I'm being sincere. And what this is, let me throw up the context so you know what happened and how it went down. As I vaguely remember, I didn't realize it was a trap. It was a trap. A democrat who's obviously getting paid or something just to throw out stuff to trap people like me, or people that will comment, put up a picture of Joe Biden and the question, and it said something to this effect. I don't really remember exactly, but let me read it to you. To whom it may concern, at X/Twitter/Mr. Elon Musk, I am appealing my suspension due to a meme that I responded to. The meme was a picture of the current U.S. president, in quotations, that actually popped up on my account. I was not searching for it. Again, it was posted by somebody else upon my timeline, not I. The meme had a picture of Joe Biden, and the meme asked, if Biden is found guilty of treason, then what should be his punishment? The response I entered to the question was HUNG. There was not enough, there wasn't enough space to clearly indicate how that could be possible. So I explained it to him. There wasn't enough space. So there wasn't enough space to include a full statement of the reasoning for my answer along with this law, 18 U.S. Code 2381, whoever owing allegiance to the United States, like a senator, Supreme Court member, could be a council member or somebody in the administration, is what they're talking about. Allegiance to, I pledge allegiance to the, you put your hand on the Bible, and then you say, pledge my allegiance to the United States of America, and then you go through I'm not sure what the entire words are. But it's almost like the Pledge of Allegiance, right? It's almost like, Pledge of Allegiance. Whomever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason and shall suffer death, or shall be imprisoned not less than 5 years and fined under this title, but not less than $10,000, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. So I said I'm against violence in every way, shape, or form. I'm a lover first, fighter next. You know what I mean? I wish no wars against ourselves or upon any other nation across our planet, or upon others ever. The 99.9% of the global population does not create, orchestrate, or want anything to do with their rulers' wars, killing or mandating a dangerous thing, include upon themselves. Let me get to the rest of it. Etc. Unfortunately, there are instances where a human being is so mentally disturbed or corrupted that they cannot exist without doing heinous, horrific, or terrible acts upon his fellow human beings. Should have been there. Basically, they're not able to be rehabilitated. I refer to this as the rabid dog disorder, or when a dog bites its master. Their thinking changes. Throughout the history of the United States, many government leaders feel absolutely not a speck of remorse for the wars they wage or the countless men, women, and children they have commanded to be slaughtered. Here's an example. Madeleine Albright, U.S. Secretary of State, 1997 to 2001, was asked in a live interview on national television by the host of this question. We have heard that 500,000, and she's talking about Iraq, 500,000 children have died. I mean, this is more children than died in Hiroshima, asked Stahl, this lady who was doing the interview. And is the price worth it? I think that it is a hard choice, Albright answered, but we think the price is worth it. Man, that's the protege of Albright is Hillary, of course. There are also many who have been in those trenches or served in the U.S. military, as I have, that have seen the horrors of war. We've questioned authority and its sources at every turn, to come to, I messed that up, to a conclusion that it's all about profit, resources, and greed. We're all expendable to these oligarchs. Then I put in the example of war is a racket. It always has been. It is possibly the oldest, easiest, and most profitable, surely, and the most vicious. It is only one international in scope. It is only one in which the profits are reckoned in the dollars and the losses in lives. That's Smedley Butler. War is a racket. Look that up, everybody. Unfortunately, the death penalty is still used across the globe. In the United States, there are 27 states that use the death penalty. The last time somebody was hung for their crimes was in 1972 in the USA. In the 246 years that the U.S. has been a nation, it has directly or indirectly taken a part in killing, murdering, and or possibly hanging people across the planet, yet we're the good guys. Right? Doesn't make any sense. And here's the example. There's been a nation directly and indirectly hanging. The execution of former Iraq President Saddam Hussein took place on the 30th of December 2006. Saddam Hussein was sentenced to death by hanging after being convicted of crimes against humanity. And the mainstream media presented that to the world. They showed that picture and those pictures. They showed everything. Over 20 million people, foreign and domestic. Oh, that's what I was getting to. So, let me go back. Gosh darn it. It has directly and indirectly taken part in killing, murdering, and or possibly hanging over 20 million people, foreign and domestically, across the planet. Yet we're the good guys. We are at the precipice of our species' social evolution. And if a four-letter word from a grandfather, me, a veteran, me, a premium subscriber, whoever is unable to speak freely on this beautiful planet of ours, then we may as well warp speed ourselves to own nothing and be happy. Kindest regards, James Young. Now, the guy that reported me, this is him right here, at @W_Terrence Hung. You'll get your time, buddy. He's probably over Kool-Aided anyway, so he's, But that happened today. And that's good. That means there still is a little justice, a little bit of justice. But there's not enough. There's definitely not enough. There's, kudos to me, yay, and back on Twitter. But YouTube is still doing it. I don't even know what my violation was, community guidelines, whatever it is. They don't really specify exactly where, when, how, what I said or anything. So it's hard to tell. Twitter's a little more specific. They actually show you what you did and what you said, which I think is the way it should be. YouTube is just a tyrannical, authoritarian type platform. It really needs to be taken down by the law. And this law that we have now, and I'm talking about the Department of Justice, which really doesn't exist under the Biden administration. They're all a bunch of criminals. The Office of Homeland Security doesn't exist. And, of course, the Federal Bureau of Investigation doesn't really exist. These people are completely compromised, at least the top two. I know there's some people in these departments that really love their country. They are patriotic. They're just following and doing what they're told. But I always want to tell them, if you've seen the movie A Few Good Men, there's a moment where they had their sentencing. The trial was over. The drama was done. Jack Nicholson had his moment, and I guess didn't he get an Oscar for that? And then Tom Cruise got his moment. But this is the scene where they're done and they got their sentences, and one of the privates, I got one of them was a staff sergeant, the other was a private, right? And they both, did that thing to Willie, which made him die. And he goes, and the younger private, who's naive younger, he's just following orders. That's basically what happened. But at a certain point, you have to either pull the trigger or not pull the trigger, right? They train you, and I've been there. I've been in the military. They train you to kill. That's what you're there for. I learned how to shoot. I learned how to shoot gun long before I went to the military. Right, I used to hunt when I was younger. Alaska, Canada. I shot in Texas. We used to do a lot of shooting in Southern California. We used to go deer hunting in Southern California. We did a lot of quail hunting in Southern California. My grandfather was part of a duck hunting club that was huge. It was a very prestigious place. At Bolsa Chica Wetlands, look it up. Bolsa Chica Wetlands had this huge duck hunting club. Anyway, so what happened was this kid in A Few Good Men in the scene. He goes, what did we... They were told they're going to get dishonorably discharged. They're not going to go to jail. Everything's been, excluded, or what's the word they call it? It's not expunged, but they weren't fully charged with manslaughter, which they could have been. In a public court, they probably could have been, but they weren't going to serve any prison time. Those charges were dropped. But the one thing that they did do is they didn't give them an honorable discharge, and they didn't get their jobs back. They were dishonorably discharged. And the one kid goes, "What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? I don't get it. We did what they told us to do. What did we do wrong?" And the one that was with him, I'm trying to get the name, his staff, the guy that was with him, who was above him in rank, said, "Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did do something wrong. We were supposed to fight for those that can't fight for themselves." That's what it was. We were supposed to protect Willie. That's what we're supposed to do, and we didn't. Right? No matter what order you're given, you need to protect your country. You need to protect your neighbors. You need to protect your family, for sure, absolutely. But that's when he got it. And the kid's like, "Oh, crap." But it'll, in real life, it probably would sink in at some point. But that was the point of the story. That was the main point of that entire movie, A Few Good Men, was at a certain point you have to question authority and its sources at every turn. You have to say, wait a second, why am I pointing guns at my fellow Americans? Or why am I in a department like the FBI or the DOJ or the Homeland Security or the FDA or the USDA or the CDC or the Health and Human Services, and I'm telling people to do something that I can easily tell is not correct. It's not right. It's wrong. It's people actually. I wouldn't say it's critical thinking. I think that critical thinking is always good, right? But that can be kind of misconstrued in a sense. I think you're either your foundation is what's important. Are you foundationally sound? Do you really care about people? Do you actually like to get up in the morning and say, "Hey neighbor, what's up? How you doing, man? That lawn looks great," whatever. And be sincere about it. There are people out there that are like that. I'm not saying I'm perfectly at it, but I love my neighbors. I love my family. I love my country. I love the people in my country. I'm not happy with the government of my country. The government of my country has turned absolutely and totally criminal. And they've been that way for a while, but in 2020, that's when they really got nasty. That's when they really became terrible. That's when their true colors started to shine. Some of them went for it, some didn't really understand. Some were maybe coerced or pushed or forced or paid off or corrupted, or maybe they're greedy and did it or whatever. But that whole process of 2020 regarding the Corbett and the Bluebid 19, all that stuff, that really exposed a lot of people. I mean, family members, people that were close to me. I mean, so, and I always thought people that I knew were real critical. There are people now that I know for sure, that I was having arguments with from the beginning, early, like April or May of 2020. that were on my Facebook or people I've known through work or for years, maybe some of them decades. I had an old surfer friend. I just call him Turtle. Let's just call him Turtle because my nickname in surfing is Mud Shark. I'm brown and I surf like a shark. Anyway, what I used to. The other nickname I have is Jabberjaw. But anyway, and this guy was hell bent on everything he was hearing from the CDC and the Health and Human Services and the NIH and the NIH and he was just Anthony Fauci. I said, I'm just telling you, bro, don't do it. Don't take that thing. Just don't take it. Just please don't take it. And sure enough, he did. I think he did twice, maybe 3 times. And I haven't heard from him in like a year. I haven't gotten a response from him in a year. There's a bunch of people out there that on my Facebook that are not responding to me anymore. Right? Either they hate my thinking or where I'm going, or however they want to portray me. But it's hard. It's hard for people and myself to take whatever information we're given. And let me tell you, they give you the information that they want you to hear. Not what you need to hear. What they want you to hear. Just remember that. And that's been the case, and I've known that ever since I started my podcast in 2014, and then really started doing Monotalk in 2017. Early 2017. I think I did a couple of shows just prior to 2016. But anyway. And that's when I really started to question authority and its sources at every turn. I hear Jimmy Dore talking about clarity and courage and clarity and courage. Well, clarity is you're just up. You're woken up. You know what's going on all the time. And not everybody has that. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I voted for Obama twice, right? And then Democratic Party shit on me too many fucking times, and then I went green, and then the Green Party was just a fucking, oh my God, it was a nightmare. It was I think the Green Party was purposely created to take the people that didn't like the Democratic Party and just throw them into the fire. It's just there's nothing in the Green Party that ever did anything for anybody, anytime, anywhere. So, yeah, do it for Willie, right? That's why we're here. Yeah, so that was a win today in regards to X. We're just calling it X. I like calling it Twitter. X is, it's pretty simple. But yeah, so I won that appeal. But I made a pretty decent argument that was a process. That is a process. We still have these processes. I think the biggest one of that, just so you see it, is it's not me that was sending out this information. I'm not the one that created it. It was more of a trap. This guy was out there throwing out memes and getting people to respond and certain things, and as soon as he got his response, he'd report you, and then you're gone. And this happens on Twitter, this happens on X, this happens on Facebook. There are people out there being paid, being told, being instructed to go after as many people on social media as you can to get them booted. And they'll try to incite violence out of you. They'll try to get you to say something threatening. And they have a way of doing it. It's very apparent. It's easy to follow. But in this particular situation, I just put four words, HUNG, 4 letters. That's it. And then that was all it took. And I had a couple of strikes here, nothing too crazy on my Twitter, right? And I've said all kinds of stuff about all kinds of people and done all kinds of things, but this one was really, this is the one that pushed it over the edge. So that strike's gone, and that's really good. But next we need to go after YouTube. I really think that YouTube, ABC, aka the CIA. Very powerful entity. It's very hard. There is a case going after Fauci and a few other people in regards to the Kool-Aid that everybody took, or most 68% of you took. 72, about 70% of the U.S. population took. Right, and the Attorney General there is going after him. Now, I've always said that, Pfizer, Moderna, Novavax, the people helped create it. Maybe the Pentagon, I'm not sure, helped create all this stuff. CIA, who knows? Were indemnified, not suable, not able to be sued. And they clearly stated that, but we'll see. We'll see if they can, if that can happen. And hopefully, if that happens, that's going to open the floodgates. And what's interesting about that case is as soon as they filed and started going after that case, Pfizer files bankruptcy after they just had the past 2 years have been the most profitable for Pfizer, Moderna, all these, whatchamacallit companies that do the stuff here in your own kind of thing. Most profitable, like tenfold. I mean, they've got so much money, and it's crazy. And then they file bankruptcy as soon as this starts to happen. So I think they're getting a little worried. Maybe they're getting a little scared. They will be very worried, and they will be very scared once, hopefully, Trump can make it through the election, which he should just destroy. And then hopefully he'll make it to the inauguration, and they put that man in a fucking tank. I am telling you, put that man in a fucking tank. And if not a tank, for Shark Tank, like an operational tank, or some kind of bulletproof, everything proof transportation type vehicle. I mean, he needs to have security, and he needs to vet his people, especially his campaign. His campaign managers, in my opinion, very weary of these guys. They just let you know, campaign managers and their staff can turn. Not for good reason either. Look, money talks, bullshit walks. And a lot of times, that's their thinking. A lot of these people that run these campaigns, like, here's a good example. The same person that Faiz Shakar was one of the campaign managers for Bernie Sanders. 2020 race, 2020 race, I believe. And he used to work for John Kerry. He used to work for Nancy Pelosi. He used to work for Dennis. He was the governor for Nevada. Anyway, the whole name isn't there, but I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Dennis something. Anyway. So this guy was just the wrong pick from the beginning. Or maybe it was a purposeful pick. The way the World Economic Forum, the Pedo Predator Class, and the World Economic Forum, a.k.a. the World Economic Forum, and a lot of their associates, they play some serious chess, people. You have no idea. I mean, I think I'm 120 compared to like a 2400 chess player. It's just, I remember I played a few people, won a few games, but most of the time I'm just like, I think that's checkmate, man. I think, I don't know if you've ever played chess, but there's those moments when you're like, I think I got you a checkmate now. And you're not really a good chess player. But these people are playing serious chess. There's so many moves ahead of most people. They're against the global population. They are way ahead, and nothing's happened to them. I am advocating. I have been advocating. I have been demanding. I have been putting out the word that the World Economic Forum, the Council on Foreign Relations, the CFR, Chatham House, the WHO are probably, from my professional opinion, and just from the research that I've been putting together, are probably the greatest, most threatening terrorist entities on this planet. And that's just the short list. Right? The UN, the NATO, you just have no idea how horrific these people are. It's just, and it's a cult. Are they all Auschwitz? I keep saying that wrong. Jews, I'm not sure. No matter where they come from or what cult they're in, satanic or whatever, or or whatever ideology or dogma or theism they believe in, or what let's get to the core. It's still a human being that's making decisions, and their actions should dictate their character. Should indicate what their crime or non-crime should be, or whatever the case may be. Character is based on your actions, and I'm telling you, I'm not perfect. I am so far from perfect. It's crazy, but there are some people out there that have very high positions, extremely high positions. As Klaus Schwab has said, we've penned the cabinets of governments of about 3,000 people, and we're so proud of it. I sound like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, I know. And that's scary for this entity, this giant Amway convention, and all these people are a member of this Amway club. WF to me is more like a metaphor, just for it's more like an Amway cult, and they all go together and they all do this, and it's all for that money, right? And it's all for that control, power. But there's this much, much darker side to these people. There's a side that you could not fathom, and I've been talking about this since early 2020. Once I realized who we're dealing with, we're talking about people, and I'm not going to get into the details. Let's just say that Madeleine Albright is a saint compared to some of these people. The one I said earlier that doesn't have a problem with getting rid of 500,000 people, right? Because with these people, it's not about your labor. It's not about your existence. It's not about your support. They don't care. They don't need it anymore. They have enough technology. The head of CERN, which is probably the most destructive and most powerful piece of technology or engineering on this planet, the Hadron Collider in Switzerland, and there are many others. And there's not just one. There's a bunch of them throughout the world. Well, the person who runs the one at CERN, this lady, is a devout member of the World Economic Forum, and this is scary. This is scary. The people that are in charge of the most powerful things, and the weapons of serious mass destruction. The people that can create, Wuhans and stuff like that, if you know what I'm saying. The China virus. Trump says, it's the China virus, right? Okay, buddy. If that's what you say. But these people are in charge of the most powerful devices on the planet. And that should scare everybody. They need to be removed. They need to be exiled. Most of them may need to be HUNG'd, right? Maybe most of them may need to have that happen to them because they have the rabid dog, syndrome. They're so corrupt and they're so, God, I don't believe there's a psychosis for them anymore because they're beyond that. This is how bad they are. Sociopathic, narcissistic, just heinous, terrible, destructive, malicious, you know, you go down the line. They've encompassed all those words and should add a few more. They're predators. They really don't care. And I mean, not predators as in a good way, like the movie The Predator, which I like that movie, The Predator. But they're just sick fuckers, man. They're just sick and disgusting fuckers. And they need to go. They need to be pronounced and seen and known as all of the greatest terrorist groups on the fucking planet. Period. Let me see. Where am I at? Am I on my... I think I'm live here. I am good. Okay, I've been on for 48 minutes. Oh my god. Fucking time goes by. Time goes by. I like Madonna. I think some of her music was good in the time, but I'm telling you right now, she's a fucking weirdo. They're all fucking weirdos. Sean Penn's a fucking weirdo. All these people are weirdos. Jill Stein's a weirdo. Don't trust her, guys. Do not trust that woman. If she is willing to denounce the World Economic Forum, which she's never done, then she might have a chance. But she needs to completely denounce that, and she needs to say that the Green Party was wrong when they freaking went all in mid-2020. Let me see if I can bring this up here. All right, I'll do it. Yeah, I got it. I'm always prepared for this one. All right, I hate to change the subject here, but they put out their press release. Right, this is the Green Party U.S. This is how we Hawkins people. Statement from the Green Party for the U.S. Steering Committee supporting the use of vaccines, vaccine mandates, and quarantines as part of a comprehensive public health effort to curb and eradicate the novel coronavirus pandemic. That's the Green Party. Now, before I continue just mentioning anything about this, I just have to let you know that all the COVID vaccines that are currently out right now and that I will be out are safe and effective and help you get over the flus and stuff that you have. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You know I'm totally right. You know I am totally right. This is why I left the useless waste of time mental energy party. It was a waste of time. They're just terrible. I think I think there's something about that party. I hear it all the time from a bunch of people. They just believe that they're just there as the scapegoat for the Democrats. That's all they're there for. What was this? Oh, okay. So let me jump to, is this no, let's go to this one. There we go. I want to go back to here. Oh, let's see how the Vans Pipe Masters. This is day one. It goes throughout the week. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, some of these girls and these girls are charging these waves now, right? That was a good little wave. They're charging these waves. Just letting you know, women didn't really go surf pipeline until about 20 or 30 years ago. They are doing it more often. They're for every 40 guys that are out there, there's about 3 to 5 chicks. You know, athletes. If you are surfing pipeline, I'm going to tell you right freaking now. And I've never surfed pipeline, but I've surfed backdoor, log cabins, Velzy Lands, Haleiwa, Waimea, rock piles, somewhere else, a bunch of other places. But I've never dropped in left. I've always went right on pipeline. I was just too busy going left. I was like, I don't have to do that. I can just go to log cabins and drop in. I can get a fucking barrel like that at log cabins, which happens, which is kind of mostly rights. But Buzzland is mostly all rights. Was it rock piles? Anyway, but it's amazing the evolution and the progress of the girls in surfing altogether. There's a girl out there, Gabrielle. I forgot her last name, but she charged Nazare in a pull-in, in a like pulling in with a jet ski and a rope. She surfed a 80-something foot wave. I mean, that's 8 stories high. It's a fucking giant mass amount of water. I think the biggest wave I've ever dropped in myself without assistance, I'm going to say it was, I think it was maybe Hanalei Bay on the North Shore of Kauai. Just epic day, man. It was just so fucking huge. It was probably like, it was like 25-foot faces. It was like a 12-foot wave. We judged from the back in Hawaii, the back of the wave, because the back of the wave is usually about half the size of the front. But we judge the height of the waves from the back. Most real surfers do. But I've surfed waves like this though. I've surfed cloud breaks. My little brother used to surf cloud breaks all the time. I've surfed it like twice. He surfed it forever, and he surfed it on shrooms, which was really crazy. It was just fucking nuts. Yeah, my little brother was a great surfer too. My older brother, decent surfer, but more of, he was just a fast runner, a good runner. Very good tailback in high school. He should have fucking went to college, god damn it. I'm not going to get into that. But it's just amazing to watch these girls. They're just impressive as all hell. Especially, and I don't know if I can grab this or if it's even in here, or if I can find it. But let's see if I can find the one where, if that's Florence. Nope, that's not it. John Florence. That guy's amazing. There's the Florence brothers. These guys are fucking just awesome surfers. Philip Dean, Metros, Anderson, Dean, Wong. She's gorgeous. Eva Wong. I am telling you, she has green eyes, like piercing green eyes. And she's a great athlete. She's beautiful. Ho is good. These are all good girl surfers. Let me see if this. Bethany Hamilton. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. But then I want you to watch this, because let's see if I can make sure you're watching. Now, if you don't know the story of Bethany Hamilton, her left arm? Her left arm was devoured by a shark. And this woman has placed very well in surfing competitions. She was surfing today. Pipeline. Now I'm telling you, if you're not in top physical condition, and if you can swim a mile straight, which you have to be able to surf pipeline. I'm telling you right, if you can't swim for a mile, don't go to pipeline. Don't go out in pipeline. It's the reason why, or anywhere that most places in the North Shore are just dangerous, period. But it's not just the currents, it's the reef. It's the reef. But Bethany Hamilton has one arm, and she's in this competition. It's amazing, and she's been doing this for over a decade now, surfing in competitions with one arm. And she's the water woman, or water. They call them watermen. But she's the waterman queen, in my opinion. Oh, nice! Look at that barrel. You don't know how cool that is. Nobody knows how cool that is. I've surfed that side. Oh, there's Ivan Florence. Fucking crushing it. That's kind of a weird angle. Or there's Nathan, his brother. But these are all gay surfers. These people have been doing this since they were raised in Hawaii. They were raised in the shore. I was raised on the beach. I was raised in Hawaii. I could go and play in the water and I'd be fine. At my age, it's still a little threatening, though. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. No matter what, do not go to Hawaii and just jump in the water like you know what the fuck you're doing. I'm telling you right now, don't fucking do that. Don't do that. I don't care how big it is. I've been slammed. There's Bethany Hamilton. Look at her right there. She says one arm. She just surfed a wave at Pipeline. Look at her paddle with one arm. That's it. Crazy. Not crazy, but just, Yeah, I pity the fucking trans that wants to surf against these girls. They would beat the fuck out of you. Okay? These women would, no, not gonna happen, man. You're not wearing a dress and coming into our league. They wouldn't allow it. They work too fucking hard to get where they are. Like Riley Gaines, she's a fucking hero in my opinion. All this trans bullshit it's all implanted. None of it's organic. It's all implanted. It'll blow over. It's just ridiculous. Look, be gay, be trans, be whatever you want, but don't involve our children. Okay, stay away from the kids. Right, let them decide when they get old enough to really understand what the fuck's going on in the world. Right, and then you can prey on them whatever you want when they're fucking over 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Then go off, do whatever the fuck you want. Right, you sick fucks. And they're out there. There's a bunch of sick fucks everywhere lately. It's just sickening. Anyway, that was pretty crazy, right? Bethany Hamilton just surfing waves. And these are the most gnarly waves on the planet. They don't look threatening. But below them, as that wave is breaking, it gets as shallow as about 3 feet, maybe 4 deepest. And at points, it may be 1.5 feet to 2 feet deep of water. And then the next thing you know, let's see what this girl does. Oh, that was terrible. That was a tiny wave. What the fuck was that? Yeah. The person you want to watch, let's see if I can get her on here. She's the queen. She's Betty Lou Sakura is awesome. Molly Picklum is amazing. God, come on, Betty Lou. The problem with Betty Lou, I'm going to tell you right now, if she's ever listening to my show, and she's beautiful, she's wonderful, she's a great athlete, open your legs. Because here's the problem, and I see it all the time, Molly Picklum, some of the greatest surfers, their stance, when they stand on the board, it's wide, it's stern, it's solid, but some of these girls just don't want to just do that. For some reason, they don't like getting that stance. Maybe it doesn't look feminine. I'm not sure what the problem is. But you've got to be stern out there. You've got to have a wide base stance. And then maybe you'll survive. And I see it all the time in women surfing. They don't want to. You've got to be. Your core leg strength is huge. Core, people have no idea. Because when you're doing a bottom turn, let me give you let me see if I can find somebody here. Medina, this is Brooks, Kerr. Alright, Brooks, Kerr. Here's Mona Jones. Alright, what is this? That was a terrible wave. Let's see if we can see Moana on her last wave. It was fucking epic. Watch this, right here. Oh, right here. Right here. Barely, just had it. Hang on. Here it comes. Now watch this wave. There's maybe 17 seconds left. Alright. She's already got it, Moana Jones. She won the Pipe Masters last year. They call her the Queen of Pipeline because she's out there all the time. She, you know, when you surf against the boys, you'll catch, and there's girls, you're going to catch one wave while they're catching 30 waves. It's just happens. It's just the way it works out there. Here she goes. Watch this. Watch this. That is not a small wave. She's not very big. She's only like 5'2", right? 5'3", 5'4", something like that. But if you look at this wave at a certain point, you can see, if I can get to it here. I wanted to stop it at that point to where it's actually a pretty decent sized wave. Now it's doing something weird. Oh, come on. Anyway. Yeah, it's right underneath her. It's all just rocks and crap and not good for anybody. I'm just telling you. I've smacked up against the reef countless times. One of my worst hits, I was surfing a 2 to 3 foot wave in river jetties. RJ's Newport Beach. Okay? RJ's Newport Beach. And here it is right here. Okay? That's probably going to get a commercial. Oh, there. Yeah, that's it right there. It was probably like that size. Right? A lot of people learn on this, just the whitewash that comes in here like that. It's really nice. It wasn't really a big day or anything. And I took off on this wave, and it freaking, I just went over, no big deal, and I hit a sandbar like there was no water. It was like, I swear, it was like there was no water underneath me when I fell. And I hit the fucking sand, and that sand out there is packed. And I hit it, and I'm telling you, it fucking hurt. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. Let's see if it shows RJ's. Yeah, right there. That's the river jetty. Yeah. And I've surfed RJ's. See, that's a river jetty. It's called, they call it RJ's. I've surfed out in front of here a bunch of times. I can't even count how many times I've surfed RJ's. Probably 80, 100, I don't know, a bunch of times. All up and down this beach I've surfed. But the thing is you got to know what you're doing. You got, you got to know what you got to be careful. And I'm going to Hawaii in April. And I'm going to go jump on a board, and I'm going to paddle around and go display some water, and I'm going to try to catch a wave or two. I'm not going to get crazy. If the waves are too big, I'm not going out. It'd be dumb for me to do that. Unless I'm in better shape. But basically, I'm just going to go there. I got some stuff to do with the Office of Hawaiian Affairs and the Hawaiian Homelands Department. And I'm also going out there to get with some people that are Republicans, some Trump supporters. I'm also getting out there to deal with the sovereignty group out there, the lawful government of Hawaii. So I'm spending like a little over a week out there. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make it fun. I will be sipping a Mai Tai at a poolside bar at least once or twice, for sure. But anyway, also tonight we have Donald Trump is going to be on, and I'm not going to play that here. I might. I'm not sure. But Donald Trump is going to be. Oh shit! Beauty and the Boomers up. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see.
For now, let's get this show on the road because we've got a lot to talk about.
Oh, they're just starting.
You guys gotta catch
well, this is
me
perfect
up, man.
timing. I can get off and go watch it. I love watching it.
I feel like I just shut my switch of my brain off, and I've got some news, but not a lot. So let's get caught up.
How could you not have a lot? There's so much. There's so much.
I kind of doubt it.
There's so much, girl. It's unbelievable. Hopefully, she'll talk about Dick Durban.
Why don't you have a wrench? Some of
Right.
you guys, I try to give you wrenches and it won't let me.
Oh, which I need to talk about. Okay.
I'm trying.
I'll go watch you guys in a minute. Please, Beauty and the Boomer After Dark were just a great show. You guys need to check them out. Fucking awesome. Let me see here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so they have to say it's satire and all that crap. You still got to cover your ass when you're on YouTube. It's fucking bullshit. But Marsha Blackburn, okay, I just want to go over this real quick. Marsha, right? Just an amazing person. Favorites. Not. I'm already logged in. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, what is this? What is going on here? Use phone, email, continue pay. Is that the way I did? I don't even remember. Let me try to get there through here. Oh, it's because of this. That's why. Let's see if it'll come up. Oh, there we go. Kids are eating crickets. That's important. Let me get over. Alright. Time go bye. Alright, it's very important, and I've got these are mainly just documentaries for me, so whoever sees it, whatever, doesn't matter to me. It's just to have a timeline of what's fucking going on. And I have these on Odyssey, Rumble. I did have them on live. They're all on my Facebooks and on Twitter, and back on my new Twitter account, which is cool. And I need to check that real quick to see if I'm still up and running on my Twitter account. Let me just go to my profile. Let me see what's up. Yeah, I'm good. I'm in. Yep, nice. Now we're going to go to TikTok. We're going to get out of this TikTok. We're going to go here to favorites. All right. So you guys know what's going on with Dick Durban, right? Who blocked Marsha Blackburn, her request to have a vote to subpoena the Epstein flight logs. You guys know about that, correct? Yes, you should. What's sad and terrible and horrifying at the same time is a reporter from Fox, this lady went to track him down after the session and said, so why don't you want to reveal that information to the public or to anybody? I mean, don't you think that's important? And he said, I don't know. Nobody has brought that to my attention. Which was clearly a lie. Now, here's her response.
Well, it's about that time to head to Judiciary Committee. We've got FBI Director Christopher Wray with us today. I want to ask him about what the FBI knows about the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs. We're trying to get to the bottom of that. Also, some questions around why they chose to look at Americans that retweeted postings from President Trump. Well, it's about that time to head to...
Yeah. Hopefully she can pull this off. I don't see it happening, though. If that's exposed, it's going to take down a lot of people. Right? If you know who Jeffrey Epstein is, Ghislaine Maxwell, and what they're about, right? She was the brothel queen, and he was just the salesperson, one of the salespeople. He was the gatherer of these political idiots that got sucked into this crap. But it's their fault. They still did it. It's terrible. I thought I saved this. I'm pretty sure I saved it. The Dick Durban thing. Didn't I save it? Somewhere. Pedo-Joe was in the... Where is it? Speaker McCarthy. Nope. No. Yeah. I fucking hate when people do these side by sides.
Figure out a mission to the sun.
It's like who fucking... Oh God, Jesus. It's like who cares what you think or feel? Let us make our own decision. I mean, we get it. You think it's stupid. It's just... I've never done one of those. They're just... They're lame to me. It's just a distraction. It is a distraction. But yeah, so my question about Dick Durban. So he said that nobody's brought this to attention. He never spoke. And then he's on the House floor. And sure enough, yes, that's exactly what happened. They did speak. It did happen. They did have a conversation. He knows all about it. He's claiming that he doesn't. Of course he's claiming that he doesn't. It's ridiculous. I mean, what, he's hiding it. He's hiding. They're hiding it. Right? I'm going to leave it. Okay. I'll try to accentuate this, the fact that he is hiding information along with the FBI and it's very telling, or it just clearly indicates that he's a part of it. Who are you protecting? Why would you not want to reveal that information? And let, the lawmakers decide what's supposed to happen. That's the problem there. If you guys can understand the problem there. The problem there is he's not. And they're going to do whatever they can to block it. And I don't know if Marsha's going to be able to pull this off because it's a big one. It's a big one. This is where your family gets threatened. This is where the Clinton body bags come out. That's how this goes down. I'm just telling you that. But meanwhile, as the global elite and their media have their fine dining, the U.S. vetoes UN resolution for immediate ceasefire. I don't get it. Like Trump said, I just want people to stop dying. I just want to stop the killing. And I think he's right. I think he's more than right. I think he's completely right. All right, let me see if I'm not even in there. Am I in there somewhere? And Joe keeps falling on his ass and stumbling with his words. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. Oh, this is it. Yes, this is it. This is it. Oh, they took it down. Oh my God. That's amazing. This is very telling. So this is that part, and all this person did was show that Dick Durban was trying to get Marsha Blackburn to say, oh, you didn't know about it. But she clearly stated in Congress, this is on YouTube, this is everywhere, that he did know. That she brought it to his attention. That everybody has discussed it. But he said in the hallway with the Fox reporter that nobody's talked about this with me. I go, 3 weeks ago she fucking tried to bring this shit out. And she's been trying, and you know all about it. For you to so you don't know anything about Jeffrey Epstein. Is that what you're saying? I mean, that is so obviously criminal. That is so obviously lying. The pontification is just beyond belief. That he's going to state or try to state or try to make it seem like he had not a single speck of knowledge in regards to the flight logs or the guest list of the most notorious child sex traffickers on the fucking planet. doesn't that make your skin crawl a little bit? Doesn't that just make you sick to your stomach that there are people, and he's a Democrat. I keep telling everybody, these people just have turned out to be, and 2020 has revealed these fucking people to be probably the most criminalistic party on the planet. They're bad. They are evil, nasty, fucking bad people. I mean, I don't know, whatever you think bad is, but this is pretty bad. And of course, TikTok took it down. I'm going to try it again. Yep. Wow, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Yeah, let me see if that's in my... Yeah, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. What's fucked up? That's fucked up. Yeah, I don't think I set up my Rumble. Is my Rumble already working? It's not working. I don't think it's already. I think you gotta. The thing about Rumble, you gotta keep doing it. Over and over and over again. You gotta re-put it in. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. It doesn't automatically pull the URL and the streaming key. It needs to do that. Other than that, I'm going to call it quits. I've been on for over an hour or so now. So, yeah, watch Trump. Listen to what he says. I'm not big on him with Israel, as many people aren't. I think hopefully it's a tactic. I do believe his campaign needs to be vetted more closely. I don't think they have I don't think they're giving him what they're saying. I think he's got the Michael Jackson/Mike Tyson syndrome, where he's just got a bunch of yes men around him. Maybe he likes it that way. I don't think so. But they're not being honest with him. They're not being honest with him. They need to tell him what he should hear, not what he wants to hear, for the bazillionth fucking time. Oh, happy birthday to Jimmy Noobs. By the way, known him for a while. Him and him have gone back and forth. Democrat, Republican, Democrat. He's sick of the fucking Republicans not doing anything. They've done nothing. I don't care how you twist it, anything that's happening. I mean, they've stopped a few things here and there and slowed down this and that, but I just don't see any much progress for the people. You know, the free speech is still being violated. You know, these criminals are still coming through the fucking... I mean, Jesus Christ. Just, you know what I mean? And everybody's waiting for Trump to save them. It's just... One more year of Biden, this country isn't going to make it. Mark my words. He has to start going down right fucking now. He has to start going down. Like, and I'm talking about incarceration, jail. I don't want people getting shot and shit. I want to see this guy in a jail cell, for sure. That's where I want to see. I want to see him getting locked up with handcuffs, going in a jail cell, whether it's Joe Biden or not. He just needs to go. All right, aloha, you guys. Thanks for being here. Watch that surf competition. It's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome.